Hey everybody, hope you had a good weekend. Welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks. It's the Mahoning and Shenango Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. What a day we had yesterday. Spectacular. Got into the upper 70s. It was our warmest day since the first week of October last year. And then things changed, and we had a cold front that came through last night that ushered in a very March-like air mass for a lot of the day today. We finally saw some sun late in the day, but most of the day was cloudy, and as a result, temperatures struggled. Now, after a high of 78 yesterday, 58 was our high, but that was just after midnight last night. We spent most of the afternoon in the 40s, as I mentioned, and it was just cool and clammy for a lot of the day. This time-lapse shows we did have a little sun at the start, but then the clouds build up pretty quickly, and stratocumulus clouds were the rule for a lot of the midday, the first part of the afternoon, and then finally we started to see this deck become a little more scattered in nature, and that clearing of the sky that you're seeing right now continues. This evening, it may feel like March or early April, but it is May, and therefore we're getting into prime allergy season across the valley. If you're an allergy sufferer, no doubt, this is not your favorite time of the year necessarily. Oak, mulberry, birch, kind of the prime culprits. Tree pollen is medium to high, grass pollen low to moderate at times. Occasionally when we do have some rain, this washes out the pollen temporarily, but it's May. You know what to expect at this time of the year if you are an allergy sufferer. All right, here's our next weather maker out across the middle of the country this evening. This is producing a severe weather threat with tornado watches, severe thunderstorm watches out from the mid-Mississippi Valley out towards the Ozarks and into parts of Oklahoma and into Kansas as well. Back here at home, we do have some frost advisories out for Mahoning County, Trumbull County, Mercer County, Ashtabula, Geauga, and Portage counties. It's a freeze warning up into Crawford, Erie, PA, up into southwest New York. Now, why the difference? Well, it's going to be a race with the clouds tonight. With a relatively clear sky this evening, temperatures will drop pretty quickly. We have a dry air mass overhead, so temperatures will have no trouble falling. But then clouds will increase overnight, and that will put a halt to the rapid temperature fall. Now, where the clouds take a little longer, it's probably going to be colder tonight, and that means Crawford County, PA, Erie County, PA probably have a better chance of seeing temperatures around 29 or 30 for a time. For the rest of us, I think we get down to about 32, 33 with light frost a possibility, but I doubt it's going to be a heavy frost because the clouds come in and the temperature fall will stop at a certain point. If you have some hanging baskets outside, things like that, yeah, bring them in just to be safe tonight. But we'll have better chances, I think, for more impactful frost later on this week and into maybe parts of the weekend as well. Technically now, I would say we're officially in the growing season, and that's why you're seeing the National Weather Service issue these products. A couple of weeks ago, they would not have issued these products because, a 32-degree reading of frost is not as big of a deal earlier on in the season, but now that we're into the growing season and people have planted some things perhaps, even though for our region it's still a little early to be planting. Some people have done so. Some people have some hanging baskets out, that sort of thing. So you see these products being issued. All right, as far as low temperature forecasts over the next few nights. All right, about 32 tonight. Clouds roll in. There can be some patchy frost again. Now, tomorrow night, I think we're in the mid-30s. It's going to be cloudy, no frost tomorrow night. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, I think the sky will be clear for much of the night, and therefore this could be a night to watch out for a pretty decent chance of some impactful frost with temperatures down around 33, 34 by daybreak Thursday. Thursday night into Friday morning, maybe a little bit warmer, but still there might be some patches of frost, but I think the clouds are going to be returning. And then while a hard freeze does seem pretty likely Friday night into Saturday morning, this will not be a frosty night. It's going to be a blustery, cloudy night, and there probably will be some flurries and snow showers. Not a calm night like you need for frost, but it's going to be cold nonetheless. So a hard freeze Friday night into Saturday morning. Saturday night into Sunday morning, though, Mother's Day morning, with a clearing sky, the wind diminishing. That could be a night not only with freezing temperatures, but a fairly thick frost as well. Just a reminder that frost can occur with air temperatures which are measured a couple of meters or a few feet above the surface. Those temperatures where the measurement's taken could be up to 36 degrees, but down at the ground level, it may be a few degrees colder, technically. So even though the air temperature may be 35 or 36, you can still see frost at those temperatures. A freeze means, of course, we're 32 or lower, and that's when you really need to take action if you have some plants outside that you need to take care of. All right, Dry air tomorrow afternoon in the low levels of the atmosphere is going to make it so some of this rain is going to have a hard time reaching the ground. A little low pressure system scooting by to our south. I think there can try to be a little bit of precipitation. It's going to look kind of gloomy out, but this may not be much more than sprinkles for a time tomorrow afternoon. Atmosphere may moisten enough for some light rain in parts of the area tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, especially south of 224. You'll notice actually our model does try to spit out some wet snowflakes. I think that's a possibility. Nothing impactful, but not going to be shocked if we have a few flakes of snow mixed in with this rain very early in the day Wednesday. Just clouds for the rest of Wednesday and then some sunnier weather for Thursday. Boy, what a pattern coming up. I mean, this is pretty remarkable stuff for getting into the middle of May. Big upper level low, pinwheeling down out of the Arctic Circle all the way down into New England. This is something we never saw during the winter. And this will translate into air temperatures down here at the surface by Friday night, Saturday morning, and even into Saturday afternoon. 25, 28 degrees colder than average. Now, the equivalent to this in January, if this pattern occurred in the dead of winter, like it does sometimes, not this past winter, but it does sometimes, this would translate into high temperatures in the single digits if this were January. It's May, so high temperatures may struggle to get above 40 on Saturday with this kind of a pattern. And yes, I think we're going to be seeing some snowflakes at times as we get into Friday late in the day and into Friday night, into Saturday morning. There's even some modeling that shows the potential for snow squalls on Saturday, believe it or not, with just unseasonably cold air coming down. I don't know about squalls at this point, but there's some modeling that would suggest that. But at the very least, I think a lot of us are going to see some flurries as we head into Friday afternoon, into Saturday morning, and even into Saturday afternoon. All right, we're looking for glimmers of hope, and I'm seeing some finally in the longer range. When we've been talking longer range forecasts, we've been talking about how this is chilly for the foreseeable future, but finally the modeling is starting to show as we get past about the 14th, 15th of the month. So we're talking day 11 or 12 into the future now, that this upper level low finally gets out of eastern Canada, the northeastern U.S., and we get into much more of a zonal flow right around the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. And assuming this is generally the right idea, then this would translate into much more seasonable weather. And by the middle of May, seasonable's upper 60s. So there are glimmers of hope to be had as we head past mid-month. But I'll tell you, the next 8 or 9 days, boy, not great. Hopefully you were able to take advantage of the sensational weather we had on Sunday. All right, that'll do it for Weather Geeks on this Monday night. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. I'll have another update on the short range and the long range, same time, same place on Tuesday.